Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
You're able to hear me?
Yeah, Mataji. Just now was can.
Now it's fine.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Everyone. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, can you hear me now?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, I don't know what's wrong. Kripa Mataji, just be my co-host. In case you're not able to hear me, just let me know. Okay.
Okay,
I don't know problem with the speaker. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. So last week we saw about Srinivasa Acharya. No, so this is the last Acharya in the Acharya series, that is Shyamananda Pandit. Next week we'll start a new session. So this is about Shyamananda Pandit. We saw the trios, that Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivasa Acharya, and Shyamananda Pandit. These three were actually the Shiksha disciples of whom? They were the Shiksha disciples of whom? Who trained them?
Jiva Goswami.
Very good. Yes. So Jiva Goswami, right? So Jiva Goswami trained them, and they had the real literatures of the Goswamis. And they are the first book distribution trio. So this is Shyamananda Pandit. Sri Shyamananda Prabhu was a servant of Subala. Okay. Now you can hear me, right? Okay. We'll start. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshunvidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bodhale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swaminanda Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. So Sri Shyamananda Prabhu was a servant of Shubala in Krishna Leela. He was the disciple of Hridayananda or Hriday Chaitanya. So that's his Diksha Guru, and who was a disciple of Gauridas Pandit. So Gauridas was Subala in Krishna Leela. Subala is Krishna's friend, the Gopas. Yamloga Bhubi Kirtanti Hridayanandasya Shishyam Priyam Sakhe Shri Shubalasya Yam Bhagavata Prestanu Shishyam Tada Sa Shriman Rasikendra Astaka Manish Chitte Mama Harnisham Shri Radha Priya Narma Marmashuruchim Sampadayan Bhasatam. That's the pranam mantra. Sri Shyamananda was known in this world as Hridayananda's dear disciple. He was the grand disciple of Shubala Saka, the most dear friend of the Supreme Lord. He was the crest jewel of the enjoyers of sacred rapture, and may he appear day and night in my mind, bringing an appreciation for the essence of joys of the beloved Sri Radha. So this is Shyamananda Ashtaka. Sri Shyamananda, Srinivas Acharya, and Sri Narottam Das Thakur are all eternal associates of Sri Gaura Sundar, that's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For the purpose of preaching the holy message of Sri Chaitanya all over the earth, they appeared within this world. Okay, so they appeared after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did his pastimes. Simply by accepting that the associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are eternally perfect, one may attain the service of Krishna in Vrindavan. So we have to just accept them as associates of the Lord. Sri Shyamananda Prabhu was born in Utkala in a place called Darenda Badurapura. His father's name was Sri Krishna Mandal. His mother's name was Sri Durika. Sri Krishna Mandal who was in the dynasty of the 6 Gopas, had sired many sons and daughters who have passed away before this son took place. Because of the great misfortune which had befallen the family, Sri Krishna Mandal named the boy Dukhi. So he was Dukhi Krishnadas. Why? Because many of the daughters and sons died of Shyamananda Prabhu's father and mother. So they called him Dukhi Krishnadas. Dukhi means sad. No? Later on, his name was changed. So he was called as Dukhi Krishnadas. Everyone said that the boy would become a great person, a Mahapurush. On an auspicious moment on the full moon day of the month of Chaitra, he appeared within this world by the mercy of Lord Jagannatha. Because he had come to preach the glories of Jagannatha, the Lord himself protected him as he grew up. The boy was so beautiful and he was like the Cupid himself. All eyes were fixed upon him. So he was called as Dukhi Krishnadas and he came to preach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message. His father, Sri Krishna Mandala, was a great devotee of Krishna. Seeing his son always engrossed in thoughts of Gaura Nityananda, he told him to take the mantra initiation. So the boy said, Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu is my guru. He lives in Ambika Kalna. So Hridaya Chaitanya means in his Hridaya or heart there is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why he called the name Hridaya Chaitanya. His guru is Gauridas Pandit. These two great brothers, Sri Gaura and Nityananda, always reside in his home. If you give the order, I will go to him and become his disciple. So Shyamananda Pandit, Dukhi Krishnadas want to take initiation from Hridaya Chaitanya. Upon reaching Ambika Kalna, he began inquiring from the local people where the house of Gauridas Pandit was. There he found Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu. Dukhi said, I want to render service at your lotus feet, holy feet. I've come a long way from Darenda Bahadurpura. I was born in the dynasty of the 6 Gopas. My father's name is Krishna Mandal and my name is Dukhi. Hridaya Chaitanya was pleased with the sweet words of this young boy. He said, from now on, your name is Krishnadas. That's why he got Dukhi Krishnadas. Seeing Krishnadas' determined service, his bhakti, his deep intelligence and understanding, Hridaya Chaitanya ordered him to go to Vrindavan to seek out Jiva Goswami. That's how. So his Diksha Guru, Hridaya Chaitanya, asked him to go to Vrindavan so that he can take Shiksha from Jiva Goswami. So when your Diksha Guru in orders, you have to take that instruction. That's why he went to Vrindavan to take Shiksha from Jiva Goswami, because Hridaya Chaitanya could see, that's how a guru sees. Here Shiksha Gurus or Diksha Gurus see how much intelligent you are, how much involved in the service you are. Based on that, you get different positions or training. So Sri Krishnadasa bowed his head and accepted his guru's order to leave for Vrindavan. Upon knowing that Dukhi Krishnadasa had been sent by Hridaya Chaitanya to work under his direction, Sri Jiva Goswami was very happy. Sri Krishnadasa carefully served Jiva Goswami and studied the scriptures of Goswamis very carefully. So you can see the three of them sitting and Jiva Goswami here. So the Jiva Goswami instructed Shyamananda Pandit, Srinivas Acharya and Dukhi Krishnadas about the devotional service, and he started training them. He became their Shiksha Guru. At that time, Srinivas Acharya and Narottam Das Thakur also came to study the Goswami scriptures under the authority of Jiva Goswami. Krishnadas would meet with them and study the scriptures together with Srinivas Acharya and Narottam Das Thakur. This is what association is. Association is so important that only will help us advance in devotional service. So Dukhi Krishnadas used to sit with Srinivas Acharya and Narottam Das Thakur and learn the scriptures from Jiva Goswami. And all the scripture, the Goswami books also he used to learn. And Krishnadasa prayed for the service that would bring him closer to Jiva Goswami. When Jiva Goswami saw this, he said with joy, every day you must draw some water from the Kanana Kunja. From that day on, Dukhi Krishnadas with great affection and eagerness would go to the Kunja to fulfill Jiva Goswami's water pot, to fill. So he used to take water. There's a nice pastime where Dukhi Krishnadas will get the blessings of Radharani. We'll see. The opportunity to serve Jiva Goswami in this way gave Krishnadas' life a new meaning. By drawing water for Jiva Goswami every day, Krishnadas felt a transformation within himself. He would become joyful and his eyes would fill with tears of ecstasy. That's Vaishnav Seva. Whenever he would hear the name of Radha and Govinda loudly chanted in Kirtan, and whenever he would remember their divine pastimes, he would become dumbstruck with wonder. From time to time, he would notice a girl who seems to be a beautiful princess drawing water from the same kunja and carrying it on her head. Brahma and Shiva would be enchanted by her beauty. There's none other than Radharani. Now, she also draws water from the kunja so as to give to Krishna. His service certainly pleased the prince and princess of Braja, that is Krishna and Radha, and Shri Radha and Krishna so much so that they wanted to reveal themselves to Krishnadas. So Radharani was pleased by Krishnadas' service. So what happened, you can see in this picture. So one day, there is something called, where in the, there are like, how many vanas in the Vrindavan? How many forests are famous in Vrindavan? Yes? Yes, Prafulla Mataji?
12 vanas.
Yeah, 12 vanas, right? So, Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavana Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Kalindiya Muna Jaya Jaya Mahavana Kishikata Vamshi Vada Dwadasha Kanana. Dwadasha Kanana. That is, Dwadasha means 12. So there are 12 forests in Vrindavan. And where does the Rasalila of the Lord happen? In which forest? Does anyone know? It's some vana. Which vana? No idea. It's called Nidhivan. Okay, those who went to Vrindavan, you know, where we could walk through Nidhivan, and then there's a lot of trees. Yes, Darshini Mataji. So there's a lot of trees on which the kumkum is put, and that place is very neat and calm. And it said even monkeys don't go there at night, you know. And so there, Nidhivan, this Dukhi Krishnadas used to go and clean that place every day, every evening, so that at night it's ready for Rasalila. So one day when he was sweeping, he saw a beautiful anglet. It was like shining so brightly, as bright as the sun. And it was like not from this material world at all. It's only one anglet he's got. And he was like, whose is this? Who comes here at the dead of the night? Because early morning he was sweeping, he could get it. So somebody came at night. So he kept it secretly with him. And an old lady came to him and said, Beta, did you see my daughter-in-law's anglet? She lost it here. So Dukhi Krishnadas is like, is it your daughter-in-law's? She has to come here personally. I'll personally see whether it's hers. What if you are lying? What if you are faking? So finally that girl came, and when Shyamananda Pandit looked at her, it was Radharani. So Radharani took that anglet and touched on the forehead of Dukhi Krishnadas, and he had a tilak. Where Radharani touched, it became a tilak and was glowing. And he went and said this to Jiva Goswami, and Jiva Goswami said, don't share this with anyone, not even with your Diksha Guru. No? And so he gave that order. So one day Krishnadasa was performing his regular duty of filling the water pot from the kunja, and is fully absorbed in the samadhi of Krishna Bhema. He's actually cleaning that place also. At that time, he saw in the water beneath his pot a wonderful shining bangle, an anglet. He saw an anglet. And then it's actually Nidhivan where he was cleaning. Upon seeing it, he was astonished by the beauty and overwhelmed by transcendental ecstasy. He reached his hand within the waters of the kunja, pulled out this unusual bangle, and it touched to his head. He felt a wave of transcendental ecstasy. He knew it is not a normal person's. So upon seeing it, he was astonished by the beauty and overwhelmed by transcendental ecstasy. He reached his hand within the water of kunja, pulled it out, and then touching to his head, he had some ecstasy. And then after that, in that place, that very morning, seeing the bangle from the left foot of Sri Radha Thakurani was missing, her gopi friends were dumbstruck. Sri Radha Thakurani said, last night, when I was dancing with Krishna by the side of Kunja, the bangle must have fallen in the Kunja. So go there, and after finding it, bring it to me. So the Sakhis, one of the Sakhi goes to find it out. Vishakha Devi. Okay, Vishakha Devi went to the banks of Kunja and began searching and searching for the bangle. As she was searching, she came upon Dukhi Krishnadas, who at the time was filling the pot at the Kunja and he was cleaning there. And then Vishakha Saki asked him, "Have you found a bangle near it, the anklet?" So Dukhi Krishnadas, seeing this beautiful girl who appeared to be the goddess from heaven, was dazzled by her brilliance. Hearing the ambrosial words from this immortal goddess, he was struck dumb with the ecstasy of love of Godhead. Vishakha Devi again asked him, "Have you found a bangle near here?" Dukhi Krishnadas humbly offered his respectful obeisance and meekly said, "Yes, I have it." He inquired, "Please tell me who you are." So she said, "I'm the daughter of a Gopa." "Where do you live?" I live in this village." And he asked, "Is this bangle yours?" "No, it's not mine. At my house, there's a newly married girl." He asked, "How was it lost here?" And she replied, "Yesterday, when she was picking flowers here at the Kunja, it somehow slipped off her foot and lost her bangles in the water. So I have come here to find her bangle. Wait here, I will bring her to you." And a little while later, Srimati Radha Thakurani came with Vishakha Devi and hid behind a tree. And Vishakha Devi said, "Oh devotee, she has come for her bangle." From a distance, Dukhi Krishnadas could see the brilliant effulgence of the daughter of King Vrishabhanu Sudhe Devi, right? That's Radharani. And felt as if his soul has been stolen from his body. In great transcendental bliss, he gave the bangle to Vishakha Devi. At that time, he had some intuition that a great mystery was being revealed to him. Because he is Subala, right? So he is Gopas, one of the friends of Krishna. With his eyes filled with tears of Krishna Prema, he fell to the ground and offered his prostrate obeisances in full submission. His voice was choked up in ecstasy. At that time, Vishakha Devi said, "O best of the devotees, my girlfriend would be very much like to show her gratitude by granting you a benediction. You may ask for whatever you want." Now that's what the Lord asked. But then a devotee doesn't want anything. Dukhi Krishnadas replied, "There's nothing that I want. I only pray to take the dust of your lotus feet." So that the Padaduli. Vishakha Devi replied, "Take bath in this kunda." Dukhi Krishnadas went to bathe in the kunda and he offered his obeisances. And then, when he immersed himself in the water, he assumed the form of a beautiful girl. Returning to Vishakha Devi, Dukhi Krishnadas offered respects to her, and Vishakha Devi brought this new gopi to Sri Radha Thakurani. The new gopi offered her obeisance in the dust of the lotus feet of Sri Radha. The Sakhi seated the new gopis in their midst. See, you can see here, Dukhi Krishnadas took the form of a gopi. At that time, Sri Radharani applied some kumkum to the bangle and made a tilak mark on the head of the new gopi, saying that this tilak must remain on your forehead. From this day onwards, your name will be Shyamananda. Shyamananda. So it's Radharani who gave him the name Shyamananda. Now go. At this Radha Thakurani, along with all her gopi friends, vanished. Dukhi Krishnadas' samadhi broke. He was in samadhi in that place. In water, he could see his reflection. The effulgent tilak mark the bangle had left on his forehead. So just imagine, Radharani herself came and gave darshan to Dukhi Krishnadas, and she gave her name. Her name was changed to Shyamananda. Shyamananda. So after that, he had that tilak. It was like effulgent. It was shining so effulgent on his forehead. His heart was filled with wonder at the sight, and he thought to himself, "What have I seen?" Saying this, he began to weep with joy. Thereafter, offering hundreds and hundreds of prayers in the name of Sri Radha Thakurani, he returned to the lotus feet of Sri Jiva Goswami, because that's his Shiksha Guru, right? And Jiva Goswami is a Manjari anyway, so he knows. Seeing the new tilak mark that shined so beautifully and brilliantly on the forehead of Dukhi Krishnadas, Jiva Goswami was dumbstruck. He inquired as its origin. Dukhi Krishnadas bowed before his master, and with his eyes filled with tears, he repeated the entire story to Jiva Goswami. Hearing this, Jiva Goswami was supremely happy. He said, "Don't reveal the story of this miracle to the people in general. From this day onwards, your name will be Shyama Ananda." Shyamananda. Later, the Pandit name was given. So he was Dukhi Krishna. Dukhi first, and after initiation, he became Krishnadas, Dukhi Krishnadas, and Radharani gave him the name Shyamananda. So he said, never tell the story to anyone. So he even didn't tell to his Diksha Guru, that is Hridaya Chaitanya. So Hridaya Chaitanya, seeing the new tilak on his disciple's forehead, became very angry and said, "Your conduct is abominable. You're disgracing me." In this way, he chastised Dukhi Krishnadas and struck him again and again. Dukhi Krishnadas bore all his guru's chastisement with a cheerful face, for he knew that he had never left the service of his Guru Maharaj. He thought, Hridaya Chaitanya thought he left the service, and from where is this tilak coming? He went on asking, but Dukhi Krishnadas will not, or Shyamananda Pandit will not say a word. That night, Sri Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu had a dream in which he saw Sri Radha Thakurani. Srimati Radharani scolded Hridaya Chaitanya, saying, because Sri Dukhi Krishnadas had pleased me greatly, I have given him this new name and the tilak. Why have you instructed him differently? Hridaya Chaitanya fell at the feet of the princess of Braja, praying for forgiveness, realizing that he had committed a great offense. Next morning, Sri Hridaya Chaitanya called Shyamananda Prabhu to his side and affectionately embraced him again and again. With tears of ecstasy in his eyes, he told his disciple, you are the most fortunate. Even the disciple, even the guru didn't get that saubhagya, right? And then later it is said that Hridaya Chaitanya, since he chastised Shyamananda Pandit, the Lord Hridaya Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Hridaya heart walked away, in the sense went away, because he was rude with his disciple. Because Jiva Goswami told him not to share the story with anyone, right? So he actually should not say this to anyone, because if he share, then he is breaking the instructions by his Shiksha Guru, that is Jiva Goswami. So Jiva Goswami said not to say it to anyone. Okay. So Jiva Goswami is which Manjari? Which Manjari he is? Does anyone know? He's a Manjari, no? Which Manjari? No idea. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, I'll unmute everyone. Yeah. Yes, Darshini Mataji, Prafula Mataji.
Ananga Manjari Mataji? No.
Ananga Manjari was Balram, no? Balram expanded to Ananga Manjari. Vilas Manjari, okay? According to the Gaudiya Vaishnavism, or Jiva Goswami is considered to be the incarnation of Vilasa Manjari, eternal maid servant of Radharani again. So, Rupa Goswami was Rupa Manjari. Radhi Manjari is Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami is Radha Manjari, Rupa Manjari is Rupa Goswami, and Jiva Goswami is Vilas Manjari. And Ananga Manjari is Balram. Balram expanded to Ananga Manjari. Okay. So here we finished the Acharya series. So we started with Srila Prabhupada's life. Then we went to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Jagannath Das Babaji, little bit. And then we also finished all the Acharyas, you know. We finished Advaita Acharya, then we finished Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivas Acharya, Shyamananda Pandit. And also we did all these Acharyas. That's finished. All the Goswamis we finished. Yes, the 6 Goswamis. Okay. So now the Acharya series is done. So all of you have finished the Vaishnava etiquette, the Dashavatar and the Acharya series. All of you have done. Anybody's certificate is pending? Did anyone get a certificate? I think all of you got. You can raise your digital hand.
Mataji, I did not get certificate, Mataji.
You finished all this thing?
Yes, Mataji.
Anything pending? Sumit Prabhu, did you get?
Which certificate, Mataji? No, Mataji.
For Sadachar. No, only if you finish, only if you complete Vaishnava etiquette, full Dashavatar and Acharya series.
That I think we have completed.
The
Saptar we have completed because you have taken twice, Mataji. Initially
okay, so that
you
is
took,
done.
yeah, initially you took and we missed it, and then again actually you took now, so we completed.
That is Wednesday I'm taking again.
Yes. So we completed that way, Mataji, with 2 episodes.
Yeah, 2